there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people, oh, to see if we could become something more, or so when they needed us, so we could fight the battles they couldn't. After 10 years of build-up and numerous films, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is reaching its culmination with Avengers Infinity War, directed by brothers Anthony and Joe Russo. Even though the hype of this film has been through the roof, especially since it's initially planned for release next week, but then they decided to bump the release up until this weekend. And I can say that it's been well worth the wait. Hey, to me, it's the beginning of the end for the MCU as we know it, and I will not spoil anything because, as suggested, I want you to go see the movie and have your own kind of emotional journey that I went through, kind of like I did. It's that kind of movie. I mean, there's a lot going on, and it's definitely a very much it's that kind of one where it starts off with a very shocking moment, which I will not spoil, and does not really let up from there. I mean, Thanos, voiced by Josh Brolin, definitely is not messed around, and neither are his minions, the Black Order. And to those people who have often been disappointed that Marvel's villains have not been as enjoyable as the heroes they're fighting, this film definitely helps in that regard, since he means business, and definitely, and also his motivations, like with Killmonger, are totally understandable, and his betrayal actually paints him as a sympathetic light once you do find it out. I mean, so again, go see the movie if they want to, and you'll definitely know why. This also causes definitely a lot of challenges for the different members of the team, and given how they scale on different parts of the world, but also other planets. When they do start to assemble, however, their interactions are the most amusing parts of the movie. And that's one of the things I liked about the series most over the past decade or so. I mean, to me, I prefer conversations of people trying to outdo each other rather than just one-liners or so. I mean, and just seeing people like Iron Man, Robert Jr., Doctor Strange trying to outdo each other, fantastic. And I mean, and also when the Guardians of the Galaxy join the fray, also leads some of the most amusing, but also some of the most dramatic moments in the movie as well, given how I wasn't sure how those characters would be handled in this movie. I can definitely say that once I found out when Whedon's going to be stepping away from this one, as well as the fourth one they're working on next year, that the film was going to be in good hands with the Russo brothers, and between Winter Soldier and Civil War, I was right. I can tell by my beard been growing out, as well as my jackets. I definitely enjoyed seeing Captain Steve Rogers, formerly Captain America, play Chris Evans' role. I mean, he's come a long way from the Human Torch, as well as 2007 Casey Jones, and to some extent Lucas Lee. Between him as well as other characters such as Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, he'd make a really good one for Snake in this Metal Gear Solid movie they're working on, but that's not important right now. And really enjoy how they sort of find out Wakanda. Well, at least part of it, given how the other part takes place on Titan and the homeworld, which is kind of in the advertising. I think something's been used as a commercial to play safe. I mean, given how something's actually spoiled by, of all things, an advert for Ziploc zip bags, of all things. And as per usual, these kind of movies, the visuals are fantastic. I mean, the cinematography by Trent Oberlog is probably some of the best I've seen, given how dizzying all the feats are, but still how impressive they are. I mean, like, between this movie and next one, there's spent a record budget of $400 million, as I heard somewhere. And it definitely looks that way, since And it's given how they're hopping between all the other exotic locales, also other planets as well. I mean, it looks like ripped out one of the comic books that's been influenced by. I'm also not going to be addressing how it adapts the Infinity Gauntlet storylines influenced by. Since I'm still going to reading it, and I usually try to take the films with their own merits whenever I go in. Like, I usually go in with different expectations, but once I just sit down with my snacks and my drink in my right hand, and all of that is definitely off the table since. And I don't think the run time's a term for me or anyone else, given how I've been in these movies for a really long time. That I was 16 when I saw the first Iron Man in the theater. I'm 26 now, and I don't know where I'll be maybe when the rest of the 42-year plan goes into effect. But it'd be nice to know that they'll still be making these 134 wherever I am then, and especially depending on how this Fox merger goes, and given the critical acclaim and record box office success of the film, it's already on track to shatter records, made $100 million opening day alone, more than in fact. Any claims of so-called revenge fatigue have been largely unfounded, since, and personally, if I were to address some people that don't really enjoy them, and not that there's nothing personal, that I know I would not be lying. Exactly what I had to gain from that, and it's definitely gonna be big, especially with more on the horizon, least of all, the sequel next year, and other stuff like Captain Marvel is suddenly up, and as well as Ant-Man and the Wasp this summer, and also Black Panther coming on Blu-ray and DVD soon. I did want to review the other ones I haven't yet to get ready for this, but I still will in the future once my type homes are sold, I am kind of glad that after the fourth one, they are going to be doing a follow Spider-Man Homecoming, as well. Given how Tom Holland is one of the characters I enjoy most in the new series, between agreeing with him and Sony, the only hope guys with the changes in this universe is him, and it's definitely going to shatter the April record of Furious 7, which also a film I kind of enjoyed when I finally saw it a little bit ago. The question is not how big, not what it'll be big, but rather how much it'll be. So, as you can tell, I really enjoyed the movie, and those who are going to see it, I also asked them not to spoil anyone else. It's simply Thanos, demand your silence. And I made a promise, and I want to keep my puzzle as much about why I was going to kill him if I don't, if you'll pardon the parlance. So, by rating 4 out of 4, and I'm just going to do a brief addressing of the trailers this time, given how it's all going to be Disney material, given how it's still distributing these movies, and also, so I'm just going to do release order, even because I'm looking forward to all of them. First, Solo, A Star Wars Story, May 25th. I already did a trailer reaction, the second trailer showed of this movie, so go watch that if you don't want to know what I think. I'm probably going to be seeing that when I'm out of town. I think it should be pretty fun. Not sure what to expect from it, like I wasn't sure what to expect from Rogue One. I really enjoyed that film though, and it should do fine with its opening Memorial Day weekend, which is already a prime movie going in time, but also, on the 45th anniversary of A New Hope's release by a happy accident. June 13th, The Incredibles 2. Been looking forward to that one for years, which is going to follow up from the events of the first film. Going to have not only the Underminer, voiced by John Ratzenberger, but as well as new villain, Screenslaver, but also follow the Power families that try to adjust to new lives. So most of the principal cast are present in their voice roles, apart from Dash having a new actor, which I totally understand given how the one who's playing before got too old. It's kind of like with the Toy Story films and Finding Dory, that as someone who loved the previous ones when I was younger, I should probably like this one too, and seeing a record of 2 roughly later this year, but that's not important right now. last but not least, Ant-Man the Wasp, July 6th. I mean, even with how much money this one's making, it should prove to be another box office hit for the Prime 4th of July weekend opening. And very fun movie was the first one. I definitely like not only how it's going to set up them officially joining the team, and we're also going to try and find Hope's mom, Janet Pym Van Dyne, who apparently is going to be played by Michelle Pfeiffer in the new movie. So add that to the list of ones who have been in both Marvel and DC roles, man. Don't get me wrong. I like both studios and publishers for different reasons. I definitely want to see both be successful for their own ways. And whatever happens with these movies, no matter who's making them, I'll deal with everything as it comes, man. So, definitely glad that whether or not the feedback has been positive or negative, I'm glad if you've been willing to share with me all this time. And I still recommend seeing this movie because I found it to be a great balance of action, humor, and surprising emotional depth. Perfectly balanced, as it should be.